All right, you're jacked in to Buffy's Angels here on the franchise Patreon network of podcasts. I'm your host, Buffy expert Daniel Ehrenberg. Let me introduce you to your novice starting season 3 of Buffy for the very first time ever. There is Logan B. Adair.
That's right, big boy. Come and get it.
Nice. And for the first time ever on Buffy's Angels, a guest. It's really the only guest we ever have on these fucking shows, but here he is. You know, I like to hear from him. We haven't heard from him about this yet. Here's Shut Up, Timothy Allen.
Hey, you guys want to hear an impression of Gandhi?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's him if he's really pissed off.
What? Just silent? I thought you were gonna clatter something.
It's more a physical.
Yeah,
Yeah. I thought you were gonna try for the voice, maybe.
No, why would I do that? I don't want to get canceled on a Patreon episode.
All right. Well, you won't. Nobody listens to this.
True.
So, hey, Anne and Dead Man's Party. Those are the first 2 episodes of season 3 of Buffy. Season 3, my favorite season.
That is a cold take. But
start off pretty weak.
Yeah.
What? I mean, I don't disagree with that. Like, for me, I have issues with the first 2 episodes. Then 3 is good. Then 4 is kind of weak. And then it's good from then on.
I was thinking about it, Dan, and I think this is my favorite season as well, but I think it might be the worst premiere of all Buffy's. Like,
it's definitely the worst of the first 2, I think. Maybe better than the.
No, you're right. It's either this one or season 5.
Yeah, I know exactly that one too.
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah, and that's another great season, by the way. Probably like my 3rd favorite season.
I just did revisit it. You're right. It's better than I remembered. But I ended up liking season 4 a lot more than I remembered too.
4's got a lot of classics in it, man. It's a little all over the place, but it's ambitious. Yep. All right. Let's talk about it. We went forward in time. All right. Last we met Buffy, it was May of 1998. Now it's September 29th, 1998. I was dying for the premiere, gang. I could not wait for this. And the day had finally come, okay? What else was going on TV that night? Well, I'll tell you.
Can I tell you something before we get into all that?
I would love for you to tell me something.
Well, something kind of important is I'm born now between seasons.
That's right!
I'm here.
You're queer. Get used to it.
Whoa.
Big news.
Well, welcome to Earth, Logan.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's wild that 2 whole seasons of Buffy aired before Logan existed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of insane. Makes you feel pretty old. as the oldest person on the podcast now.
I missed Witch. That was before I was born.
Yeah, what a way.
Oh yeah, I'm not old as fuck anymore because Tim's on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm the old. Yeah, you're Spike level oldness. I'm Angel level.
That's
oldness.
right. Yeah. All right. So you want to know what happened this night?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you.
I bet Logan's parents were already neglecting him at this point that night.
I don't think so.
They were watching the Buffy premiere. He's off in his fucking crib crying his ass off. All right, so 1998 was the summer I was the most into baseball of any year of my life. I was obsessed with this Yankees team, and so I wanted to say that the American League Division Series this night, the Yankees beat the Texas Rangers 2-0, and they would go on to win the World Series, of course. Again, I think against the Padres or something like that. All right. ABC's got a new Tuesday night lineup. And all right, but here's what Buffy was competing against. ABC, they had Home Improvement on at 8. And they had The Hughleys, a new TV show about a black family, premiering at 8:30. Are you excited for that? D.L. Hughley.
Yeah,
they were like The original Kings of Comedy. We need one of them.
Mm-hmm. On the DL.
That's right. Then there's Spin City at 9,
Ooh.
and at 9:30, another new show, Sports Night.
Oh, yep. Aaron Sorkin's situational comedy.
That's right.
Was not. It was pretty good. Okay.
I never watched it.
Do you know why the city was spinning, Logan?
Nope.
The Parkinson's, obviously.
Oh, come on. No, he was like a PR guy, and he had to spin things.
Alan Ruck from Succession on that show.
That's right. He
Yep.
was great on that show. I
Yep.
love him on that show.
That's a good show.
Ferris Bueller.
Does
He's not from Succession.
You're right.
Logan? Do you know who the star of Spin City was?
No, I don't.
Well, the great.
What do you mean?
The great Charlie Sheen, of course.
How
I
did you
didn't know.
when he mentioned Michael J. Fox? Did you not when he said Parkinson's? You didn't catch that was Michael J. Fox?
No, that's why I didn't laugh at that.
It was still MJ Fox at this point, Tim. It's not Charlie Sheen until the last 2 seasons.
I know. I was kidding.
I know you were kidding, but you have to understand something about Logan. He knows nothing.
Oh no, I trust me. I'm
Come
well.
on.
I'm not trying to fuck with him. I'm trying to educate this man.
Yeah, Spin City's a situational comedy where Michael J.
I don't know
Fox
Spin City. What
was
do
the
you want?
assistant to the mayor of Chicago,
New York. It was New York. Yes.
Wow, Mr. Mayor indeed.
Played by Barry Bostwick, aka Brad from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, well, he was on Seinfeld though too. Like that would be how you would tell Logan, right?
What was he on Seinfeld?
I feel like he's a Lane boyfriend at some point. I can't remember.
Barry Bostwick?
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like he was.
I think you're wrong about this.
I feel like he's in another sitcom. Then I'm thinking of where he's like douchey.
He shows up on all those Bill Lawrence shows, Scrubs.
Oh, maybe that's where I'm thinking of.
The Cougs Town.
Yeah, is he on the Great Ted Lasso?
Oh man, he might be. I haven't watched it yet.
God, don't watch it. Let me tell you this.
I'm gonna watch it.
I rage quit the third season.
Oh, I like that. All right, NBC. They've also got a new sitcom lineup going. It's one of those ones where they've got like hit shows at 8 and 9, propping up shows that aren't doing well at 8:30 and 9:30.
Logan, those are tent poles. It's like a hammock. You put the bad one in the middle.
Ah.
Do you know what a hammock is, Logan?
Yeah, I've
A
heard of a hammock.
Do you just want me to say hammock?
Hammock.
Yep.
All right. 8 o'clock, Mad About You. 8:30, a new show, Encore, starring Nathan Lane as a Broadway actor. Big stretch for him.
I did not watch that one.
9 o'clock, Just Shoot Me. And at 9:30, Working. I'm doing the work. That was a Fred Savage sitcom.
Yep. And the theme song was "Working in a Coal Mine, Going on Down, Working on a Coal Mine." Whoops! I nearly slipped down.
Yeah, but the one I sung was in all the commercials.
Yeah, yes. But Fred Savage, and it was fine if I remember. Like it was like Fred Savage trying to make a comeback. This was, of course, before Moly 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 in Austin Powers 2.
Well, then he just like pivoted to directing for a while, and then when he tried to make his acting comeback again, he got Me Too'd. So
that's true.
That was a bummer.
I didn't know that happened.
Yeah. He got kicked off of the Wonder Years reboot, his own show.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
And apparently Corey Matthews, the Boy Meets World, is like becoming a politician. So there you go.
What side?
I'd vote for him.
I think I'm assuming liberal, but I don't know. Could be the bad side.
I want to vote for that redhead from the college years who's a porner now.
What about Topanga and her husband who likes shrimp tails?
Can you enough with that? Jensen Karp deserves all of your respect.
You're right.
All right. He does. That was the dumbest thing he ever did.
Last name's Karp?
Yeah, Jensen Karp.
Yeah.
Okay.
AKA Hot Carl.
I couldn't think of that.
That was his rap name.
The name I had stuck in my head was Sweaty Wesley. I was like, I knew it was something like that. Yeah.
We'll see Sweaty Wesley later this season on Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Dawson's Creek, you might recall, was airing after Buffy in season 2. I was pretty excited about that. But now it's a big enough hit that it can anchor its own night, Wednesday nights. And that's where it's going to stay for the rest of its run. So what is now airing on the WB New Tuesday?
Ooh.
That's how they promoted it, the New Tuesday. Well, tonight, September 29th, 1998, after the season premiere of Buffy, get yourselves ready for a brand new pilot of a little show I like to call Felicity, baby!
Oh. Yep.
One of my all-time faves.
Never watched it.
How many all-time faves do you have? You said about every show.
Probably like 25.
He likes this one.
I've watched like 1 billion shows. Okay, I can't have 25 all-time faves.
He does say all-time faves a lot, though. You do got a point. Someone should go back
Felicity,
and count
when digital video disc came out, one of the first things I bought was Felicity. Mm-hmm. I was ready to rewatch Felicity. I loved it. I've watched it so many fucking times. It's one of the best shows ever. J.J. Abrams' crowning achievement, in my humble opinion.
Yep, it was all downhill after that. Rise of Skywalker. Hey, speaking of J.J., I just read online that Sluggo, the Slurpee thing from Cloverfield's website, just came back online mysteriously. I wonder what that means.
It was originally introduced on the show Alias, so I'm hoping for a sweet Sydney Bristow reboot.
Yeah.
Give me that Bristow!
Yeah, all right. She's good.
Yeah, but Felicity, holy shit. Very excited about that. I'll keep you posted on what goes down on that show. Of course, the pilot was directed by Matt Reeves, who directed 2 of those Apes movies we talked about recently.
And the Batman, which we did.
And yeah. And Cloverfield, the aforementioned Cloverfield.
Oh, shit. You're right.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What else do you want to know about this night? You know what the number 1 song in America was?
What was it?
Working in a coal mine going on.
Definitely not. All summer long, we were loving the song of the summer, probably. The Boy Is Mine by Brandy and Monica, right? So now it's the fall. We're ready to give Monica her own chance. We've had Brandy hits. We've had Brandy and Monica hits. Let's try a Monica hit on for size. All right? So the song is called The First Night. And that was a great hit song about how I definitely want to fuck you, but just not the first night, all right?
A Monica hit? I'm more into a Phoebe hit. Give me some Smelly Cat.
That was pretty good, dude. All right. Hey, do you want to know what other shows premiered this fall on the networks?
I do. It doesn't sound like Logan does.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Fox's big hit of the fall. That 70s show.
Yeah, that's good. That interests me.
All right. How about CBS's new big hit of the fall? The King of Queens.
My
eyes are getting weary. My back is getting tight. I'm sitting here in traffic on the Queensboro Bridge tonight. And I don't care, because all I want to do is cash my check and drive right home to you.
Can we?
Baby, all my life I will be driving home to you. Saxophone solo. That's it.
Can we have a moment of silence for Arthur Spooner, who passed away, sadly, over a year ago?
Everyone loves moments of silence on podcasts.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I do love it when the Real Weird Sisters do it.
Logan, can you edit in an extra 2.5 minutes of silence for our?
Try to edit in an eagle screech.
Yeah, or I like when Dan does bird noises.
NBC, their Thursday night, they had Friends at 8. What do you put on at 8:30? What's going to catch those Friends viewers? I'll tell you what. Jesse, starring Christina Applegate.
Oh.
Nobody liked it. And halfway through the season, they bumped it to another night, replaced it with a show.
Wait, what's the show called?
Jesse.
Oh, all right.
But they replaced it by a show that was a sleeper hit for this season, guys. A little show called Will and Grace.
Oh.
Yeah.
Logan, what's the premise of Will and Grace?
The guy, he's pretends to be gay, right?
He does. He is gay.
Hey, that's what I meant. But then he pretends to be straight.
No, there's no
that's
pretending.
Three's Company. That's Three's
Just
Company.
about a fucking gay guy and a straight lady hanging out.
I'm thinking of Three's Company. Pretends to be.
Three's Company came out roughly 25
I
years
mixed it
before.
up. I fucking mixed it up.
Right.
I'm sorry.
ABC, they had a rough fall. All right, not too many hits. The closest thing to a hit they had was the Olsen twins over there on Two of a Kind. But they also aired a show called Cupid about a man who thinks he's Cupid, starring Jeremy Piven. They tried it again 10 years later. Same show, different cast. They replaced him with Bobby Cannavale. Nobody still watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. I watched both, though. How about that?
What was Jeremy Piven's hairline like in Cupid? I feel like he wore a hat.
No, he was very much still balding at this point. He hadn't gotten the plugs. Yeah. All right. UPN, the United Paramount Network, they had a new show that they were trying out. It was a sitcom, gang, about Abraham Lincoln's black butler during the Civil War.
Oh my god. I totally was going to just name drop this as a joke. I didn't actually think, oh my god, go ahead.
It was horrible. It was called The Secret Diary of Desmond Pfeiffer.
Desmond Pfeiffer, oh my god.
One of the worst shows of all time.
Are you going to bring up Homeboys in Outer Space as well?
I think that was off the air already by this point. All right. And WB, what was their other new show besides Felicity? Thursday nights. Hey, I'm sure you liked this one. Charmed!
Oh. I'm not a big Charmed fan, to be honest. My wife loves Charmed, though. She loves
I never watched it.
Yeah. Seems like something you would watch, but...
You know why? I had picked up Dawson. I had picked up Felicity. It was I can't watch everything on the WB, can I?
Yeah. Yeah.
You later proved that wrong. Now you do watch everything on the WB.
I can't believe he said Charmed and didn't say one of my all-time faves.
Fuck you.
Let's see. So there's Felicity, there's Charm, there's Bull. What's another all-time fave of Dan's?
I've never watched Bull. Come on, man.
Lost.
Oh yeah, Lost.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
Nanny.
for giving a real answer.
The Nanny.
Yeah, I do love The Nanny. All right, big week for...
song go?
No, I'm not doing it. Big week for CD releases, gang.
Yeah, I saw this.
All right, Outkast put out Aquemini. Huh?
Are you gonna go through all these names? We're about 20 minutes in, and Tim has 2 hours.
Why don't you shut the fuck up? And I did a lot of research. This is the
you
first
can do it, but there are 8 artists that came out
of
with
the
it.
season. Yeah, I'm not reading all of them. I'm reading the notable ones.
All right. I'm sorry.
Outkast Aquemini. Come on, that was a big break for them. It had Rosa Parks on it.
Yeah.
Major song.
And to be honest, Logan, I'm not a music guy, so I'm not going to have any color commentary for this section.
Yeah, me either.
Jay-Z, big album release, Volume 2, Hard Knock Life. Everyone likes Hard Knock Life.
Oh, yeah. Austin Powers 2. It's awesome in that.
Yeah, it is good in that. You're right. All right. PJ Harvey for us people with taste out here. No, I love Jay-Z and Outkast. What the fuck am I talking about? But people who like white music, is PJ Harvey's "Is This Desire," a classic indie release, as well as Sheryl Crow, newly inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ahead of Soundgarden and the Smiths and Joy Division. And with her,
currently, real
life,
real
just happened yesterday.
Wow.
And that album had, of course, the classic song "My Favorite Mistake."
Actually,
yeah,
I think dating Lance Armstrong would be her favorite mistake, right?
I don't think. Hey, is cancer contagious? Because didn't they both have it?
Yeah, she got it from his.
I don't think it's contagious.
His one nut.
Yeah. I think if you get pounded by that one nut long enough, maybe you get cancer.
Drew Barrymore's fine.
He blood doped her.
Yeah, but she dumped him pretty quick after that.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, after their house burnt down, they were finito.
And then they never spoke again. I heard Tom Green on a podcast say that when they broke up, she moved out of the house, and then they never spoke again.
That's so sad.
I know.
That's
so
why
funny.
I always loved David Arquette and Courtney Cox, because it seemed like they were so grown up and friendly about the whole thing.
I agree.
Pretty insane to think that Drew Barrymore is hosting the MTV Movie Awards this year. Like,
I kind of find her annoying hosting her show. I don't watch that, but every clip I see, she's so over the top with everything.
I feel like every episode she's like, "Here's the cast of a random movie I was in 1997."
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you guys see her dressed as May Thregan?
No.
Yeah, you should watch the clip. Like, she does like the walk even and like the dance.
The Met Gala?
Oh, yeah. Grandpa over there is telling us to watch daytime clips again.
I've only Grandpa. The one time you get to play the age card.
So hard.
All right. Hey, what's big at the multiplex right now? I'll tell you.
Rush Hour.
That is the #1 movie in America. Rush Hour, the big Jackie Chan release. Chris Tucker as well. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? We all did, and we all loved them.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
All right, number 2, Ronin. That was a car chase movie with Robert De Niro.
You know, that line's pretty ironic if you think about it, because Jackie Chan, I'm sure, did not understand the words that was coming out of his mouth. He barely spoke English at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, "Beach of Boys." All right. Don't you ever touch a black man's radio.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Number 3, Urban Legend. I saw it in theaters. I was excited about it. Remember the part in Scream where he was like, "We prefer the term psychotic."
Yep.
Well, you'll love it in Urban Legend when he says, "We prefer the term eccentric."
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Same exact line.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Number 4, One True Thing. That's a Meryl Streep cancer movie with Renee Zellweger as her daughter. And number 5.
What's her eyes like in that movie? Like, how big are her eyes at that point?
It's not like not Amy Adams big or nothing, but
but she can open
bigger
them
than
at this point.
yeah,
right?
she can open them still.
Okay,
all right. Number 5, still hanging in there from July. This was the hit of the summer, gang. There's Something About Mary.
Oh, Come.
It was. I learned about it.
Yeah.
Come? You learned about Come?
Not Come. I knew what Come was, but I remember I saw that movie.
Did you do that? Did you put it in your hair like that?
Yeah. No. He didn't even put it in his hair. It was an accident.
She put it in her hair. She thought it was gel.
He had it on his ear.
But I'm asking you if you put it in your hair ever.
No, I never have.
Oh, okay.
I just put it in girls' pussies.
What did you learn about then? What did you learn about?
Oh, I remember I went to see that with my dad, and I remember being in the car afterwards, like going, like, what was he doing before that date?
Oh, you learned how to jack off from Something About Mary?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, wow.
I already had my first orgasm, but I learned the proper way of doing it from There's Something About Mary.
I think that's how I learned about like doing it beforehand to then last longer during. I think that's where I learned about that from that
Me
movie.
too, and I stuck with that technique for way too long.
You did that?
I used to show up at girls' apartments
Oh
and go and immediately go to their bathroom and jerk off.
Are you kidding me?
I swear to you.
Oh my goodness. I hope they're not listening right now.
What's up, Coy? All right. All right, so there was also Pecker. That there's outside of the top 5, the big indie releases were John Waters' Pecker and Clay Pigeons. With
now we're almost 30 minutes into this. We're talking about clay pigeons.
Why can't I just we do this every week? The only reason it's
but
slightly
Tim is
longer.
Limited. Now we're not.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I do.
I'm running the show that we run. If fucking guests are gonna slow this down, there's no guests on this show.
Yeah, I'll just if I have to, I'll just drop out. You guys can keep going. I mean,
right,
no big
going.
deal.
Clay
Don't worry
pigeons.
about it,
Keep
Logan.
going.
We'll make it happen.
Keep going.
You're annoying the shit out of me right now, Logan. I do all this research and you're giving me shit.
I'm not giving you shit. I'm just worried about the time. That's all.
Man.
Keep going. Keep going.
Do you want to know what happened in wrestling?
Yeah, I'd rather know that than about clay pigeons. Keep going. Keep going. Unless it's about AEW. I don't give a shit about fucking AEW. Sorry.
I wouldn't talk about AEW because that wouldn't premiere for another 20 years.
Well, whatever you talk about on
WCW.
Sometimes you talk about.
I like to hear the Nitro stuff.
All right.
Well, this is a more of a WWF week because they were dealing with the aftermath of Breakdown. That was a pay-per-view at the time. At Breakdown, of course, Edge wrestled Owen Hart, and he wasn't doing well, gang. So somebody knew how to come out and interfere. And the commentators, who's that? He looks exactly like Edge. Who's that? I'll tell you who it was, gang. A little fella by the name of Christian making his debut.
Wow. Awesome.
All right.
Exciting.
Yeah, I hope.
Logan's like, tell me what happened in wrestling, and then just doesn't respond. When I
thought Tim was
one
gonna
of
say
the
something.
all-time great wrestlers' debuts.
I have to assume Logan paused because he's going to edit in the Christian song right after you say Christian.
Well, I didn't need to pause for that. I was just gonna let
all
that
right.
play.
All right. Yeah.
Clearly
great.
not a peep.
Yeah. I hope
You said one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many all-time greats you got on your list?
10. He'd be in my top 10.
He's going to do the code breaker to Jungle Boy.
The Code Breaker. That's a
Wait, what?
Jericho move.
That's Chris Jericho.
What's his move called?
the Unprettier.
Oh. That's not this.
You think Christian's in the top 10 greatest wrestlers of all time? Or he's just in your top-
Favorites.
Christian's really actually in your top 10 favorites?
Yes. There was a period of time in WWF where Christian was my favorite wrestler.
All right, keep going.
All right. Jesus Christ. I'm getting pushback on everything this week.
That's just crazy to me. Christian, top 10.
I prefer him to Edge.
No way.
Edge has won the Rumble. Christian has not.
I don't give a shit.
Delete. That's all I have to say. Delete.
All right. The Rock, Ken Shamrock, and Mankind. They wrestled in a steel cage for the right to be the number one contender. The Rock won, but then in the main event, it was Vince McMahon was evil at this point. He was trying to get the belt off of us.
When isn't he evil?
Well, he's a very nice guy these days. So he's trying to get the belt off of Stone Cold Steve Austin. So what does he do? He makes the main event Stone Cold versus Undertaker and Kane.
Whoa.
And but then what happens is Undertaker and Kane double chokeslam Stone Cold. They pin him simultaneously. Who's gonna be the champion now? I'll tell you who. Vince McMahon comes out, just takes the belt. He's like, it's mine now. and he leaves. Then the next night on Raw, he's like being a shitheel about it. He's got the belt in the ring. And he's being guarded by a bunch of police officers. Okay, so what does Stone Cold Steve Austin do, gang? Don't even worry about it. He commandeers a Zamboni. He drives it up the entrance, jumps onto the Zamboni, jumps over the ring ropes, over the fucking cops, all right? And then just clotheslines the shit out of Vince. It was fucking awesome.
I feel like a Zamboni is much slower than something else he could have driven that would have been cooler.
Yeah, it does seem slow.
If you watched this, you would not be fucking complaining. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen on television.
I have to say, it's probably one of the reasons he's got bad knees now. That jump sounds painful to me.
He already had bad knees when he did that jump.
Yeah.
So, fucking not great. But the jump was... guys, I can't believe you're stiff-arming me on everything.
No, we loved that.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. September 29th, 1998. Let's talk about it. It's the night that Resident Evil 2 starts.
Oh.
The video game. Like it's
the date in the video game?
Yeah. The video game came out back in January of 98, but at the start of the game, it's September 29th, 1998.
That's cool.
That game's fun because you play as two separate characters, but at the same time. So, like, if you play the first half as Leon, you can take all of the ammo. And then when you have to play as, I forget the woman's name.
Jill.
Is it Jill Valentine at that point?
I think so.
When you play as Jill, then you can just be totally screwed by not having any ammo and have to restart the game. So that's what
I'll tell you. Another thing about that, Logan, is there was a commercial for that video game directed by George Romero.
Wow, that's incredible. By the way, we're doing it. I thought it was cool. We're doing a zombie episode this week.
Yeah, I clocked that too, and also Evil Dead Rises. It's zombie month here on the franchise.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Truly.
All right, so let's talk about the season premiere of season
May of
3.
The Dead.
I guess I won't talk again for the rest of the fucking episode.
Sorry, I thought of a pun for Day of the Dead. May of the Dead, guys.
All right, that is good.
See?
Yeah.
Worth it.
All right, and Joss Whedon, of course, wrote and directed this premiere entitled Anne.
Yep.
Let's hear Logan scrote his notes about the season premiere of Buffy.
All right. First note, new theme song, which you all heard at the start of this episode, because I've changed the theme song to go along with the seasons, which I liked that. I liked the new theme song. Did you like it?
Well, it's the same theme song, but they re-recorded it, polished it up a little bit, threw in a gong at the end.
Does this one have the scream? Does this one have the scream in it?
No, it doesn't. That's
that's
the first
horrible.
2 seasons.
I missed the scream. The scream is the best part. So.
I'm
good. But I liked it. Did you like the new clips? We got a bunch of new clips. One old clip. Did you notice it?
No,
I think there was one old one. Did you notice it, Tim?
I didn't really watch the opening, to be honest, so I didn't.
You know what was wild is there was a very brief clip of a character we haven't met yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really notice it. But we had one old clip from the old seasons. We had the dancing, the brown dress dancing.
Oh,
scene.
I noticed that. Yeah,
that was the one carryover. There, we can't fucking miss out. We can't not bring this one over.
Sexy.
So we had that one, and another credit, or another note. Seth Green, he has a credit.
Yeah.
Did we have that beforehand?
No, that's new.
He's a series regular, I guess. So
yeah, and they
great
showed him
job
playing guitar in that second episode of the season.
But
yes, very cool.
By the way, Logan, if you thought you had seen Buffy sexy dancing before, just wait till you get through season 3.
What?
What you
I don't even know what
the
you're
lap
referencing.
Dance?
Oh, that? No,
there
there is a pretty sexy dance at some point. You're right.
See,
I forgot about that.
They literally the dance.
Tim's the expert. Tim, host the show with me. You want to do Buffy's Angels?
No, I'm nothing like Dan. Trust me. I think the sexy dance from season 3,
I was just kidding, Daniel,
is in the opening for the rest of time. Like, I don't think they ever get rid of it.
It's true. Eventually, both sexy dances will be in the opening credits.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right. All right. What
next.
else you got?
All right, so they go to the graveyard and they're all fighting, but no Buffy. And so do you like short-haired Willow?
I didn't even know she's wearing a hat most of the episode.
Well, it starts out she has short hair.
All right. Oh yeah, you're right. I guess she has short hair kind of for the rest of the series, so it didn't make a huge impression.
She did in the New Mutants. I remember she had shorter hair.
This is like Willow hair.
This is Willow Prime now.
All right, well, it's first change. I'm asking if you liked it.
I think
no, I do.
I think there's like an episode later on where they like flash back to long-haired Willow, and it's like and she's like frumpy dressed Willow as well. So.
She's wearing what you're referring to. She's wearing the exact dress that she wears in the pilot. Yeah.
Well,
all right, go on.
Okay, so they keep talking about how school is starting back soon, and Xander's like, he's like, I'm so nervous, I can't wait to see Cordelia. Has he gone the whole summer without seeing his girlfriend Cordelia?
Cordelia's been away at a resort that she complains about for like a whole monologue.
Right. The whole summer, though?
Yeah. It's like
that her family does that like every summer.
Yeah, it's like the summer season of Saved by the Bell. She basically goes off to hang out.
I would
with
love.
Wow.
By the way, someone should make that a comic book. Give me the summer between seasons 2 and 3 of Buffy. What Cordelia was up to.
Probably met a sexy man. Was she on a cruise? What was she doing?
No, she was at some sort of resort.
Oh.
I think
and everything was too regimented for her.
They should do it like the White Lotus, though. With Cordelia.
Oh my God, Cordelia would be great in the White Lotus.
She really would.
By the way, she genuinely would be. They should put her in there.
Mm-hmm. But as Cordelia, not as
no. Come on, she's got range.
All right, so we go to the beach next.
Yeah.
Anything else from the graveyard? Anything else in the graveyard?
The vampire.
They tried to kill a vampire.
He was on the gymnastics team, so he's doing flippy doos.
Yeah, he gets away. Now the beach. Anything you got, Tim, from there?
Oh, I like when Oz throws that steak.
Yeah, it makes the funny sound. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I still love Oz.
Yeah.
All
Beach Dream.
Beach Dream. I love the camera pans down Buffy's body, right?
I noticed that too. I was like, Joss, you fucking pervert.
He's not hiding it. He's not even hiding it. It's crazy going back. You see all this. And Angel's there with her, but it's all just a dream. She wakes up in a... Where is she? Where is Buffy?
Los Angeles.
Okay. She's just like in some like ratty town, seemingly.
Yeah.
And,
she rented a shitty apartment in Los Angeles. You know it's not a good part of town because you hear an ambulance. That's how they make you know.
Hey, Logan.
How do you rent an apartment in Los Angeles as like a 17-year-old?
You get a job at a diner so that you have money to pay for it, and then you do that.
I forgot about the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim. I feel like Tim said something, and then did he hang up?
Is Tim not here anymore?
I don't know. If you feel like, I
my
thought he said my
connection's
name.
getting bad. Hold on, you guys just keep talking.
Okay. So the very next scene, we have Buffy at her job, and she's Anne, right? She's going by Anne, which is apparently her middle name.
Yeah. Buffy Ann Summers.
Did I know that? It sounded
familiar.
familiar.
No, I think it's revealed here, but maybe not.
It did seem like a reveal, but then when I thought Buffy and like maybe you had said it, maybe
I might have said it
before.
At some point. Yeah,
it sounded very familiar when it happened. But so yeah, it's revealed, and she's like getting hit on by these old guys. They slap her ass and whatever. And then she meets these two guys, Ricky and Lily, Lily, quote unquote.
Yeah,
and you like these characters?
Well, Lily we've seen before, of course.
From
do you
the
remember
episode,
that?
by the way, guys, I re-ranked Buffy episodes, and this is the biggest. Is it disparity? Is that a word?
Yeah,
I don't know. This is the biggest difference. Yeah, between me and Daniel. He loves this episode. I'm not that as big a fan.
Yeah, lie to me. But maybe part of the reason I like it is because it comes back so much. It sets up a lot. So this character Lily was known as Chanterelle in that episode Lie to Me, where it was a vampire cult. It's the one with the dude from Roswell. And after this episode, we'll see her more. Like, she's a character that comes back a few times.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. I guess that's why I didn't care about Lie to Me, because I did rank that before I watched any of these episodes. So
she's a real Jonathan type, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I recognize Jonathan, by the way.
Did you? I was wondering because it was a very brief appearance.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got him now.
Yeah.
I've got him now. But does Buffy not know him?
Buffy just doesn't pay attention to him.
She's like you over there. She plays it like she doesn't even know who he is.
He's just like some random guy she goes to school with.
Okay. All right. What happened next? Oh, what happened? She sees their tattoos and they're like
awful. Some of the worst tattoos you've ever seen in your life.
They would go home immediately on Ink Master. Not them, but whoever tattooed them.
Oh my god. That Ink Master would never work again.
They sort of play it like he's bad. Am I wrong about that? Like he might be a bad guy?
I think like he's not a great guy. They say he's on parole, but
no, not like that. I mean like the villain. I thought he might be like the villain of the episode.
Might be a red herring.
I think
I sort of thought that, and until he goes missing and all that.
Logan, I think you just have like Buffy brain. You're like looking for the villain because you know they're going to introduce the villain within the first 15 minutes at least, and then you should have known once they introduced Ken who the bad guy was going to be.
Oh, I did, but I'm just saying how I was going at the point. But yeah, you're right. I do that. All right, next scene, huge scene, incredible scene. You ready?
Yeah.
Is this the first like big Buffy oneer that we've ever seen?
I was hoping you'd clock this. By the way,
of course I did. This was like the coolest thing they've done so far. I feel.
We didn't really knock this out of the park. It's like a 6-minute long oneer or something like that, and
I wrote down everything that happens, all the stuff that.
Yeah, there's like 50 lines of dialogue and 100 extras. It goes all over the fucking school. It's really, really ambitious and insanely unnecessary. But Joss Whedon was just really, really ambitious.
Nah, I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I did too. I love this shot.
It started we had the busy library, which we've never seen before. We've only seen like at most like those people, and then like 2 stragglers come in maybe. So we've seen at most like 7-8 people in the library. Now there was like 30 people buying books for school.
The first day of school, everybody's got to get their books. Yeah,
everybody's buying books. So we start there, and Giles is talking to Willow. Then we go Cordelia's talking to Willow about her summer, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so worried to see Xander." Then Oz comes up, and he's like, "Wouldn't it be cute if I failed school?" And he's talking to her about all that stuff. Then Xander comes up and he's like, "How's my hair? Where's Cordelia?" And then Larry and his, by the way, black character. You like this?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he doesn't get any lines, but sure.
He talks. They talk to each other. I feel like he doesn't come back though.
No.
Okay, but Larry's talking to his buddy, his football buddy, and they're like, "If people stop dying, we might have a chance this season." That's pretty funny.
If we can just get on point and have fewer mysterious disappearances, we can really go all the way this year. Yeah.
And then Xander and Cordelia finally see each other, and it's more awkward than they had anticipated. And that's the water. I thought it was great. Great job.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What do you think of Logan? What do you think of Xander's weight at this current point?
Looking thin, you think?
Yeah, thin.
Yeah, it's the skinniest you'll ever see this fella. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean? Think he looks good, or you think he looks bad?
No, I think he looks good. I think that I think it's just.
I thought you were saying he looked too thin.
No, just
no. Season 3 is the best Xander will ever look.
Yeah, he looks great. Did you say he gets fat?
Yeah,
not fat, but he gains weight.
He's like Tony Soprano, like the start to the end.
No, I don't think he's that bad. I just definitely think just note how they dress him in future seasons, trying to hide some stuff.
Did he start drinking during the show?
Probably.
You would have to assume. Yeah. What do you think about them giving a reason why Oz is at school?
It's go. No. It's your show. Go ahead.
Well, I didn't even think I realized that he was a senior. Like, did you tell me that? Or did they say that?
They say it. Yeah.
They said that he was a grade ahead of them.
Yeah, Willow has a line at some point, like, "You're an older man."
Yeah. So I didn't even really remember that, to be honest, until they brought it up here. I would have never thought about it again.
Yeah, it's a bullshit explanation, especially considering how bright they've made Oz all along, but they want him to be able to be around the school without being creepy. He's a regular now.
Yeah. I no problem with it. You have a problem with it, Tim?
No. I thought it was funny and like just a good excuse.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Seth Green at this point too. It's like awesome. He's
really funny.
He's a series regular. We see him in both episodes. We're gonna see him probably in every episode, right? Like, excited for more Seth Green in my life.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, so we see like this homeless guy. Does this guy start out young and then get older? Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's the idea.
All right, yeah, he says, "I'm the one," and then later he's like an old man and says, "I'm the one," right?
I'm no one. He says, "I'm no one," because
I'm no one.
When we hear them later in the hell dimension, he's trying to get them to like forget their names and think of themselves as nobody.
Yeah,
right. Sorry for that.
Doesn't he drink?
So Giles
bleach?
Is like,
is he drinking bleach at that point?
Yeah, it says drain cleaner. It's a big bottle that says drain cleaner on it. That's later. You're talking about when Ricky is found dead.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Ricky drank that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. All right, so Giles has a great plan. He's like, I heard about a girl in Oakland who might be killing vampires, so I'm gonna go off to Oakland. They're like, whatever, Giles, do whatever you want, right?
Why don't you go check out one of their many sports teams that they'll have forever?
Okay.
So, did they say that?
No, I was joking because they just lost all their fucking sports teams.
So I have to point out that the Oakland A's aren't there anymore?
They're moving to Las Vegas.
Holy shit! I didn't know that.
They're losing.
Yeah,
they're losing them all to Las Vegas.
Yeah. It's crazy. They lost
the Oakland Raiders. Went to Las Vegas.
That's crazy. I was in Oakland this weekend. And I have to say, Giles says he's going to catch a flight from Sunnydale to Oakland. Now, Sunnydale is like an equivalent of Sunnyvale, which is an actual city in
no, it is not.
Sunnydale
is its own thing. Don't try and put that on it.
Well, where's it supposed to be then? Because
it's just a random town. It's on the Hellmouth.
It's right next to Woodsboro. Then,
yeah,
right?
is there a Hellmouth in Sunnydale?
Yeah, it is. It is. It has its own airport. That's established on the show.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now. Like Giles could have driven an hour and got into Oakland faster than taking a flight. It seems like it's sane to take a flight.
He's anxious. He's anxious to see Buffy.
I will have to say, of course, I live in Gilroy, California, and Logan. Gilroy gets name dropped at one point in Buffy, and it was like very exciting.
Does it?
My life. It does. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Late season,
what episode?
Season 7. I don't. I'll tell you later. I don't.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to spoil Logan because it'll.
You can't say the title of the episode.
No, I don't remember the titles. But like Dan, but I do.
Okay.
I can tell you who does what in it. But I don't want to spoil who is around or whatever.
Yeah, who's around in season 7?
Yeah,
of course.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Anything else from Giles going to Oakland?
No.
All right, Sean Terrell. We learned about Sean Terrell, right?
Yeah, a.k.a. Lily, a.k.a. Sister Sunshine.
Yeah, she's like, Anne, Buffy! And Buffy's like, oh, fuck, somebody just call me Buffy. And so she talks to her, and she tells her about everything that happened, right? And we learned about Lie to Me. I don't know.
This is, of course, in Lie to Me, I told you my theory is that she's one of the actresses that Whedon was fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Because she only...
I didn't remember that.
Because she's a hot lady that, like, only shows up in Joss Whedon episodes.
And...
Wow, that's interesting.
And not a very good actor as well. So I think that's
100%.
Yeah.
I didn't think she stood out as terrible.
She doesn't stand out. She's fine, but like it's odd that he wanted to bring her back so much of all guest stars.
It is
also
odd, yeah.
Also it's interesting that he gives her the moment where like she kills the bad guy, right? Like it's not Buffy, it's Lily.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Pushes the guy off the ledge, like.
Oh yeah, he got anal for that.
Oh jeez.
All right, so we meet Ken, right?
Yeah.
She's everything. He's just Ken, right?
Yeah, this is Carlos Jacket. You familiar with this actor?
I don't think so.
I think Dan's familiar with Jacket.
Yeah, I like jackets, denim ones, leather ones. They're all good. Carlos' jacket is in all the early Noah Baumbach films. If you go watch like Kicking and Screaming and Mr. Jealousy and Highball, he's in all those, and he still shows up. He has little one scene things in like Marriage Story and White Noise and shit.
Wow.
He's a Noah Baumbach regular, but he's also a Joss Whedon regular because he plays different characters on this and Angel, and also appears in the first episode of Firefly.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What does he do? He drops some papers that are about the home that he runs or whatever.
Yeah, family home.
Yeah. Whatever. Anything there?
Yeah. Well, it foreshadows the main part of the episode because he's talking to Buffy and he says, you grow up fast here. You can get old fast. He says. So that's what the episode's about.
Also, she's missing her family and home.
Yeah.
Wow.
The whole episode is about like reclaiming your identity. Like Buffy has given away the identity of Buffy. She's become this Anne person. And then, she enters this hell dimension where they're trying to make you think you're no one. And then it all culminates in her saying, I'm Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
All right, so we go to the Bronze. You know the band at the Bronze? These two ladies?
Yeah, it's called Belly Love. And they were apparently a popular live act in LA around this time, but never really made it beyond that.
And they're huge.
I liked them.
And they're huge fans of Mike Boogie's bar.
They love Belly.
That's funny.
But they also allow Buffy to kind of rip on them a little bit. I like that Sanders says, "Glad we came here for depressing night."
Yeah. You think they knew that was in the script?
Yeah, they must have. Yeah.
All right. So they do a thing. They see Xander sees Cordelia. He's like, I got a plan. We're going to use her as bait. And I was thinking, hey, didn't they do that in another episode? What episode was that? Was that some assembly required?
No. That was
no. What episode was that?
Wasn't that Innocence? Like they had her dress slutty for some. Oh no! That was when they were breaking into the military facility. When did they use her as bait? Because they definitely did. You're right.
Yeah, because they even say that they've done it at one point. But originally, I was like, didn't they do this? And then later they say Cordelia's like, I am always bait. She brings it up that they've done it again. But yeah, I couldn't remember when it happened. I thought it might have been the football guy episode. He was like trying to find parts and they were going to use her. I don't remember. But
wait, you skipped one thing that's insane.
What happened?
What's up with that crazy montage before we go to the Bronze of just
we're like on
sad
Skid Row?
Kids around LA just like looking sad.
That was crazy. I don't know.
Wild.
It's insane.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's a crazy scene. And there's a shot from that in the Angel opening credits.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Why from that?
By the way,
all right, Giles and Joyce, right?
Yes.
Giles comes back from Oakland. He's like, I looked in Oakland. She's not there. And Joyce is like, God, I'm so upset. And Giles is like, hey, don't feel so bad. You didn't do anything wrong. She's like, I know I didn't. You fucking did. This is your fault, Giles. He's like, whoa. Back off, lady. That was a fun scene.
Yeah, I like that scene a lot.
Joyce is a bad mom.
She is a bad mom.
But I think she wants to be better this season. Like she
does. She's trying.
She really is
way
trying.
more than a lot of people. She's trying so hard. I appreciate that. She's trying really hard. But she's not very good. But so Ricky goes missing.
Yeah, Ricky's missing.
And so they go to the blood drive.
Yeah. And the actress over there at the blood drive is Mary Pat Gleason, who was a regular at Barnes & Noble when I worked there.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
And I knew her by her first name. Hey, Mary Pat, can I help you?
That's
can I help you
cool.
find anything today?
Did you ever talk about Buffy with her?
I don't think we ever did, honestly. But
that's very cool,
I certainly
though.
thought about it every time I saw her.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's very cool.
I noticed in the background of the blood clinic or
Yeah,
whatever
the AIDS
they were at-
poster.
Yeah, there was just a poster that just said the words AIDS in red. There was
Yeah.
like nothing else. It was just in bold, AIDS.
Yeah, I noticed that also. I thought Daniel would bring that up.
I didn't notice it.
He loves bringing up AIDS. They find Ricky dead, or Buffy does. And she tells Chanterelle, she's like, "Hey, your boo, he's dead. Something sucked the life out of him." And she's like, "You did this. You brought shit from the Hellmouth. It's your
Right.
fault." And she's like, "All right, whatever." And
Honestly,
so
it's a fair. I would feel the same way. Like,
didn't she? Like, what happened? I don't really
like
understand.
I got involved in some sort of weird vampire situation, right? And then nothing weird happened to me for the next year. Okay? And then the second I see some lady from that vampire situation, my boyfriend turns up old? Like, what the fuck?
May visited that beach.
Yeah, that's right.
Came back to that beach.
Whoa, we saw the
Scary
beach
Movie
earlier.
6.
What?
What did you say, Tim?
Oh yeah, the beach from the dream.
We saw the beach where Buffy and Angel was at.
Maybe that was the old beach.
That's funny. So Chanterelle ends up leaving with Ken, right? She's like pissed off. She sees Ken. Ken's like, "I know where your boyfriend is." She's like, "All right, let me go with you."
Yeah.
Right? And so Buffy is looking for Chanterelle. She goes back to that she goes to like a file cabinet, and the nurse shows up. She's like, "Who are you?" And Buffy's just like no nonsense. She rips the phone out of the wall. And
I
she's really
love
cool.
that. It's really nonchalantly rips that phone out of the wall.
Yeah, Buffy's awesome. Spoiler alert: Buffy MVP. I don't think anyone else stands out this episode besides Buffy.
I think I would argue that the MVP is Anne.
Well, yeah.
That's good.
No,
that's actually that's a clever answer.
No, that's wrong because
Yeah.
at one point she says, "I'm Buffy, the Vampire Slayer," and then she becomes Buffy again, and then kicks ass.
Yeah, so I go Buffy.
Yeah. All right. Fine. All right. So yeah, in amongst those files, she sees that some of them are listed as candidates for something.
Yeah, and then she ends up saying like, "I give the healthy ones over to the guy." I don't remember.
Yeah.
Right? That's what she says.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
Ken doesn't want anybody with AIDS. No AIDS allowed in Hell Dimension.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little, but I assume the
Oh my
recording's
God.
picking up everything, so I'm not really going to bring it up too much. So Xander and Cordelia Cordelia brings up the Inca mummy girl. That's very fun. She brought up earlier, like, he might have met a monster. I know he loves monsters. And then now she's like, yeah, I know about the Inca mummy girl. That was really funny.
She was distracted with Sven during that episode, but now she's heard about it, I guess.
Sven. Wow.
Yeah, that was that foreign exchange student.
Yeah, I forgot about Sven.
Fruity drinky?
Didn't he find a girlfriend?
Yeah, he ends up
Like,
with one
a
of
girl ended up
Cordelia's
liking
friends.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it Harmony or somebody else?
Nah, just some rando.
Okay. Okay, I want to bring something up. This is kind of sort of crazy. So this is when Xander and Cordelia sort of get back together. Basically, things aren't. Is that what they were going for? Like, things were awkward. They get back together.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to do the moment that's like a callback to "What's My Line," where the music rises when they kiss and shit.
Okay. Yeah. So they do. And this was crazy. So Xander is on the ground. A vampire falls on him. He ends up killing it with a stake, and then Cordelia falls on it too. I thought that was very dangerous. I thought they didn't really address it, but I thought that was real. That was a dangerous.
She
position.
falls on the blunt end, bro. Oh wait, no, I guess it's faced up. You're right. He could have stabbed his girlfriend right there through the heart.
Yeah, they don't really bring any attention to it, but I thought
I always feel like perhaps vampires have weaker chest plates than humans, because stakes go through them pretty easy.
I think that might make sense.
I
don't know.
I also
yeah, go ahead.
I also think that like vampires have a weirder heart region. It always seems like Buffy's stabbing them directly in the center of the chest, not where the heart would be, but like basically if you just hit center chest, they die also.
That's cinematic.
Yeah.
Cinematic license. Yeah.
All right, so we end up going into that little goo dimension
Yeah.
portal. All right, so what happens in there? It's like it ages you like 100 years is like.
Well,
is like
time moves
there.
different. Yeah, time moves different there, and it's. I like it because the whole hell dimension here, it's all just it's anti-capitalism. It's communist Buffy. Like, Buffy refuses to work and then ultimately defeats the demons with a hammer and sickle and ends the work cycle. It's a pro-communism episode of Buffy.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Leftism. Union.
Yeah, bro.
Solidarity, Buffy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to figure out where to rank.
She's
this
with
episode.
the WGA.
Yeah.
All right, so this is where she says, "I'm Buffy, the Vampire Slayer," and you're like, "God damn it, yeah, you are. Yes, you are." I can't imagine like taking a whole 6 months off or whatever, and she's like so badass now, and you're like, "Yes." Gandhi impression, which Tim referenced earlier.
I felt the stunt.
A very weird joke.
Yes, very weird. I felt the stunt man was super obvious at one point when she was climbing up the chain and like Buffy's bangs covered her face and she was looking away from the camera as she climbed the chain. I don't know if you noticed that.
What's a stunt woman?
Well, yeah, the stunt.
I didn't want to mention it, but the most obvious stunt people ever is in the season 2 finale when they're having that sword fight. There are these overhead shots of Buffy and Angel fighting where it's very clearly just two different people.
Yeah, I was like, that is not Angel's head. That is not Angel's hairline. That is not Angel right there. I noticed the exact same thing.
I love anytime Buffy stunt person shows up, though. The stunt person's awesome.
Yeah,
I feel like
I like
most
when
of the time
Angel
it's
kills.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, though.
She's the hooker in Innocence that Angel kills.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
So, what they escape?
Yeah, they get out of there.
Yeah, they get out of there. They didn't die. Nobody died. And Chanterelle is like, "Hey, can I be Anne from now on?" Buffy's like, "Yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here. Sure." And so Buffy goes home. Mom answers the door. Earlier in the episode, right? But there was the doorbell, but it was Giles. She got excited. She thought it might be Buffy, but it was Giles. And now there's a doorbell ring, and it's Buffy, and they hug, and the episode ends. And you're like, "Oh, that was an alright premiere." It was pretty good. Now that we've talked about it, I liked it more now.
Yeah. All right. So what do you give this guy?
You guys go first.
I would say
I think it's a 3.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 3 on this.
All right, I'm saying 3 and a 4. I'm gonna go 3 too.
Yeah, it's a 3. Like I said, I think this is the worst premiere of the show. And
I think I like it more than
her. Yeah.
What?
I was gonna say I liked all the Anne stuff and her like coming to terms with who she is and stuff.
Yeah,
that was good.
I also think tonally it informs Angel a lot. It's really I think this episode's important to the show Angel.
Well,
really?
Yeah, for reasons Logan doesn't know, but hey,
he's barely in the episode.
Logan,
I know.
Logan, she's in Los Angeles. What is the nickname for the city of Los Angeles?
L.A.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it. Nailed it. All right, moving on.
I don't get
it's
it.
the
well,
city,
I don't like that what you're doing right now, Tim.
Sorry, I won't do it then.
City of Angels?
Yeah.
Is that what you were saying? So there are multiple angels. Is what you're telling me.
6 different characters named Angel.
I don't know where we were going with that. All right, my MVP is Buffy Ann Summers. What do you guys got?
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Buffy.
Yep, gotta be. LVP, I wrote. What did I write? I wrote Ken. I wrote the nurse, and I wrote something that I can't read. Ricky, it says.
Oh, Ricky. That's the answer, I think. I mean, it's Ricky or Lily. Like,
it's none of the main guys. Everybody, all the main guys are good.
And I like Ken. I think Ken's a cool villain, and I think I liked seeing somebody I knew from work. So I think I have to go with them.
I think I agree.
Can I give AIDS the LVP?
Of course.
No.
All right, Ricky.
I think you can.
Fuck off.
We all agree. Buffy and Ricky. But all right, so guys, I re-ranked all the episodes, and I think this is where I'm gonna put Anne. I think I'm gonna put it between what was Surprise again?
That's the first part
Surprise.
of Innocence.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I think I'm gonna go Anne between Surprise and Witch.
You like Anne more than Witch?
There's that great oneer. That was really great.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
And I sort of thought about Witch because my other great like sort of directing moment is that that mirror shot, and then they use that at the end to defeat her that I brought up a million times. And this, I feel like if I made a list of like top fives, I feel like both of those would be on here. But this was way better. This is the best thing they've ever done. This gets an edge. I feel like so I rank this one 13 out of 35 so far.
There's a shot in this episode as well that will be like in the opening moving forward forever.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, and that's awesome.
That shot of Buffy with like the weapon in the hell dimension, like with the camera pans down on her, that's baller.
Is it like really bright maybe?
No, she's like standing on top, like she climbed up the thing, and then
on
like,
a big box.
kind of like.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Where do you rank this, Daniel?
I don't know. Read me my list from like the middle somewhere.
All right, so we've had 34. You want me to start with what's
like
my line 1 going down?
Yeah.
Out of mind, out of sight, like around there. That's what's next. Out of mind, out of sight phases. Welcome to the Hellmouth, the Harvest. You think it's?
No, I think it's better than those. All right, read me the
so
top down.
No, we'll start with Angel, number 8.
Okay.
Angel, School Hard, Halloween, Bewitched, Bothered, Bewildered, Surprise, Ted, I Only Have Eyes for You, The Pack. Come on, what's my line 2?
Yeah. You could put this between The Pack and I Only Have Eyes for You, right?
No. Oh yes, but you said that was reversed.
Yeah.
So I Only Have Eyes for You and then The Pack.
Yeah. That's good.
All right. So you have it 15. And I have it 13, so that's crazy. I ended up liking this one more than you, I guess.